2 coming up. 1.
KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all.
That's right.
It's KP's Video News, y'all.
That's right, folks. KP's Video News, y'all. We got a guest here coming from Phoenix, Arizona area. How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. Can't complain.
That's what's good. That's
Yep.
what's good.
All right. So I see you venturing off, man, into a lot of other things, man. You're doing a little bit of everything nowadays.
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying. I gotta keep my head on the swivel and touch everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep doing that. You know, that's the only way you're gonna make it, man, is to keep trying.
For real.
Yep.
Everything equals a source of income. So, the more things you touch, the more opportunities you have.
Hey, I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that. Well, all right, give me a general background of, you know, give me a quick story of your life, you know, schools you went to, where you from, and
You gotta pee.
give me a quick rundown on that.
All right. Well, I'm comedian Keif, aka K3. I'm from Inglewood, California. School, actually, the first school I went to was Baldwin Hills Elementary in the jungles in Los Angeles. From there, went to Crozier Junior High, Inglewood. Went to Mornings. I actually went to Palms Junior High after that. Went to Hamilton for like a year. Came out there to Palmdale for a year. Ended up in Inglewood. Graduated from Inglewood back in '03. Went to radio broadcasting school in Huntington Beach. You know, I wanted to go to the radio industry. Everybody kept saying I had a good voice. I was doing music back then and so forth. They wasn't really paying a lot of money, so you know, I went into the job force and just started making money like everybody else, paying bills. Focusing on my music and so forth. After that, I started to get gray hair, so I had to start touching in a few other things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I started.
Well, you know, when you're young, if you're young and you got gray hair, man, that's lucky. That's lucky gray.
Really, yeah. A lot of people like it. I get a lot of compliments. It actually made me start liking it. But yeah, you know, I started doing a lot of party events, started hosting parties, and people started booking me to actually host their events. From there, you know, like I said, music was doing this thing. I got a distribution deal for my record label with Empire. A lot of young people know who Empire is, so I got a distribution deal with Empire. Went to go see John Witherspoon one day, and he was the oldest comic that I've ever went to go see, and he was killing it. I've seen a lot of comics over the years, and he was killing it. And at that moment, I said to myself, you know what? Comedy is probably something that someone can actually have a lifetime in. And the music went to the back burner as far as me being a frontline artist. And 3 years after that, you know, John Witherspoon's passed and so forth, and I took it as my opportunity and my sign to jump into the comedy, and it's been blowing up ever since.
Okay.
I'm still doing acting too, so yeah, I got a lot of things going on.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hi.
What's going on? Well, I guess that was my fault, man, because I know I took you to I don't know if you remember it, but I took you to a commercial interview. I guess when you was probably about 3 years old, I took you to a commercial interview in Hollywood. And yeah. And anyway, you know, the only thing that stopped you from getting into that at that time was the fact that you didn't have an agent.
Got you.
And I didn't have an agent, and I didn't know how to go about getting an agent. But that was your first exposure to entertainment then.
Got you.
And you passed the interview as far as, you know, the audition is with flying colors. You know, like I said, you was about 3 years old at the time. But I guess in the back of your mind, you probably never forgot that. I don't know, you may have forgot it mentally, but subconsciously, you may have never forgot that, man, you know.
It's probably why
so you've been trying to get into entertainment ever since.
Yeah. And I've actually been on a few. Like when I was probably 7, I begged my mom to get me into acting. I like, literally begged her. She took me to auditions, and I passed all the auditions. And the same thing happened. You know what I mean? Like there was like you get an agent. She didn't have a car and so forth, so I was never able to do it. Turned 37, went to this acting. Her name is Carla Howie. Went to talk to her, and she was like, you know what? I love your style. I love everything about you. I'm going to make some room for you one day. Just give me some time. She had a long list, and I kept bugging her. She was like, you know what? I'm gonna put you on my class. Put her in the acting class, and man, she's taught me so much. The doors are open for sure. I'm just keeping that on the hush because I believe in jinxing.
Right.
It's finally coming around full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your voice sounds great. How does my voice sound? Is it clear?
Oh yeah, you're straight.
Okay, good. Because I have to check, man. This thing is sometimes, it's kind of difficult. Sometimes just dealing with this, it messes up so much.
Gotcha.
But anyway, going from rap, and that's what discussion we had. I was saying, it's more money made behind the scenes in the music industry compared to like being out front, because when you're out front, as far as like an artist on stage performing or in the studio, it's like you're limited. It's very few artists that have longevity like Snoop or somebody like Ice Cube.
Yeah.
You can count the guys on one hand that have been around as long as these guys have been around. It's been thousands of rappers that have came and gone. Thousands.
Actually, Boosie was just saying that. I was watching a Boosie interview with on Vlad TV, and Boosie was saying he couldn't count 30 millionaire rappers on like period. But of course there are. But he was like, yeah, like it's really not a game where rappers can have a successful career whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah.
But you did the right thing by making the transition. I mean, just by trying to have your own productions, situation, trying to get deals, trying to sign people to your label or whatever you might produce. It's more longevity in that than it is being out front.
Oh, 100%. And even I noticed that because, like I said, I got the record label deal, so I go through artists like left and right. You know what I mean? One artist is done, the next artist come. One artist is done, the next artist come. So it's a situation where I could sit in one seat, but their seats are always revolving, always, and
right.
it's wild. Like now you can see. Now I understand why a lot of what they call them old heads. Why a lot of the old heads that original seat holders have never removed from their seats because they have no reason to.
Right. I mean, what's the point? I mean, it's like you become the boss, and the other people are working for you. If you're an entertainer, you're working for them. So, you're in charge now. That okay, I got a serious question to talk about, and I didn't realize it. I don't know if you're familiar with Skip Townsend. He does a lot of videos. He's out of LA.
I'm familiar with the name, yes.
Okay. Anyway, I was talking with him the other day, and I had made a comment. I did a live interview with him, and I said I made a comment about the rappers that have been getting killed lately, and I said it might have been about 50. I think I might have said about 30 this year, and he told me that from his intelligence, it's been over 200 rappers killed since 2020.
Oh, if you count
nationwide.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man. That's a lot of young people losing their lives, and a lot of these cats, they not really. They not hard. They not bangers. And if you go on the internet, you go on YouTube or you go on Twitter or wherever you're going on, Instagram or whatever, talking a bunch of mess to a real gangster that's really out there in the streets, and you not hard like that, this cat could come up on you. He can run up on you at any time,
Oh yeah, 100%.
And yeah,
we're so easy to once again on that. Y'all go watch that Boosie Vlad TV interview, and Boosie said being a rapper is the most dangerous job, period. We're so easy to touch. Like, I can say something right now that will offend someone, and they can easily catch me in the street. Easily catch me in the street, and
Right.
I could be solo, I could be with a crew, but I got to defend what I said at that particular moment. Like, and a lot of people, they can't censor themselves. They don't have the knowledge to know how to talk right, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Right. But some of these guys are actually giving up their location.
Yeah.
You know,
that's wild.
just like the guy that was talking to Red Boy over there in Hawthorne. He was talking to Red Boy. Was that on Instagram or something? He got basically shot and killed while he was talking to him on the phone on Instagram or whatever it was.
That's wild.
And because Red Boy was the one that defaced Nipsey Hussle's mural.
Yeah.
And they was on Instagram laughing about it or whatever. And the cats found out his friend's location and went and shot him and killed him right live on Instagram. And
was he outside?
He was in his car. He was sitting in his car. You didn't see that?
I probably heard about it. I really try not to keep up. You know what I mean?
It was something else, man. But it really hurts me, man, to see so many young brothers and a bunch of sisters too losing their lives over this. I mean, that whole, I'm not going to say Chicago started it, but that drill situation in Chicago, where it, kind of kicked off something on that end. And that's been traveling. They're doing it in Florida. They're doing it over in England. It's in New York.
You're talking about drill music?
Yeah, well, the situation, the scene with it, because it's like that's what I talked to some guys in Chicago, and that's what they call that whole situation to them. It's like the music and the culture and the killing are all together.
I got it.
Because you had that's why Chief Keif one of the reasons why he don't live in Chicago any longer. He live in California. He been out there. Plus the police ran him out of town to where he can't even go back to Chicago. Period.
Yeah.
He even tried to do a hologram concert, and they shut that down. That's how bad they don't want him there.
He's a big influence.
Yeah, negative influence, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm glad. One thing I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're doing the comedy. I'm glad you're doing the comedy, man, because that rap ain't no joke.
Yeah,
these guys are.
What it is, like, even with rap, like, we had this conversation a few years ago. I don't know if you remember it or not, but I started swaying into a different type of rap. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call it the Ja Rule thing. I started talking to the ladies. You know what I mean? I started simmering down. I noticed my age group. I noticed my demographic, and it was grown folks music. You know what I mean? It wasn't a young boy rap where I'm sitting here trying to prove how hard I am. You know what I mean? I rap about my family. I rap about relationships. I rap about let's make money and make businesses. A lot of my friends are CEOs now. You know what I mean? So I do age appropriate rap. So I don't think I would have fell down that category at all.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. I guess that rap category would be considered gangster rap. That's a gangster rap. And you can't, I mean, you got to watch cats too, man. You got that 6ix9ine effect out there too, cats are just out there faking. I mean, they just straight up faking.
They're not really in the street though. They're not really in the street. Like, my background, so I'm really in the street. You know what I mean? So I can't say something on camera and then go in front of a crowd of people and somebody not call me out for it. So I got to say it how it is.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Well, a lot of people letting 6ix9ine get away with murder though. Like,
yeah, well, they just haven't caught him yet. That's all that is. It's just a matter of time, I think. You can't. His money is disappearing. And eventually those bodyguards are going to disappear.
Oh, they already disappeared.
Yeah.
He got rid of all of them.
Yeah.
He got rid of all of them. But
it's sad, man.
Yeah, with this comedy though, this comedy is opening a lot of doors, like a lot of doors. Like music, I have to fight to open doors. Literally have to fight to open doors. And even when those doors were open, they were easily slammed in my face. You know what I mean? Because it's the competition. Everybody's a rapper. Your grandma's a rapper. You know what I mean? Everybody, your little brother's a rapper. This guy's a rapper. You know what I mean? But when it comes to different industries, like you said, acting, it comes with rules and regulations, and you got to take certain steps. Everybody just can't be an actor. Everybody can't just be a comedian. You know what I mean? You get on that stage and you bomb out, it's gonna hurt your pride. You know what I mean? But with this comedy, it's been opening a lot of doors. I step off stage and I have promoters coming up to me and they're like, "Wow, like I wasn't expecting that." I have people coming up to me. Like this last show I just did in Tempe, Arizona at Tempe Improv. I was talking about oral sex, and the guy came up to me with two beautiful women. And they were like, "He doesn't know how to do oral sex," and I was like, "I'm about to have this conversation right now." And just the vibes and yeah, the opportunity is way big in comedy, and it's going to lead to different things for sure, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you gotta touch all bases, man. You know, that's what happened with like Jamie Foxx, man. He was doing comedy, doing music, you know, doing acting, doing a little bit of everything, you know. So, hey, you touching bases on you know, you got to touch all bases, man. You know, you never know, which one might hit.
You never know. Oh, comedy is going to hit first. I'll bet the house on comedy for sure. Acting, like my class, my classmates, my teachers, my instructors, the directors that I've been in contact with, that's going to hit too. But it takes money to get into acting for sure. Like you said, you got to have the agent, you got to get with the dopest agency, and you got to put money into yourself before the agency wants to mess with you. The headshots, you got to be some good reels, you know what I mean? So you got to pay some good money in order to get into acting. But once your foot is in the door, it's all on your work ethic to stay on top. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think for the majority part of entertainment, man, it's being at the right place at the right time with the right people.
Yeah, that too. It's about who you know.
Yeah,
for sure. Actually, you know, speaking about who you know, I remember I was at a D.L. Hughley comedy show, and normally when I go, and people know, when I go to the shows, for some reason, I'm not a heckler, but the comedian always picks on me. And I was going back and forth with D.L. Hughley for half of his show when he was at Tempe Improv in Phoenix, Arizona. At the end of the show, he was like, "You know what, brother? I'm gonna give you free tickets to any show that you ever want to go to. Whenever you see me perform, make sure you let them know that I said you got free tickets." And at that moment right there, I was like, you know what? I realized it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Like seriously.
Yeah. Well, you helped this show.
Oh,
now, see, he's a known audience attacker.
Yeah, crowd.
He does it at every show, every single show.
Right.
So, you know, at least you was able to spit some fire back at him. You know.
Oh, we was going back and forth. Like I'm saying, half his set, we were going back and forth, and I was getting laughs just like he was getting laughs. I wasn't even trying to, you know, compete with the man, but we was going back and forth, and they was eating it up. They was eating it up. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it's a good thing. All right, well, tell me this: what you got planned for the future, man? You know, what are your goals? You know,
as far as real life or acting in a
I mean, you know, any goals? What are your goals? You know, entertainment, life, whatever. You know,
as far as
entrepreneur.
As far as entertainment with the comedy, to be honest with you, like the praises have been high when it comes to the comedy. So I think I want to go ahead and get behind the scenes on the comedy and start actually headlining my own shows and producing my own shows. I know a lot of comedians that are extremely funny. They just don't know how to get in the game. They just don't know how to take that first step. They just don't know how to put their jokes together. And if I'm your friend, I'm going to teach you how to do it all. And if you're funny, I'm going to put you on my show. So I'm going to start doing little shows around the city of Phoenix. I already got venues. I already got certain people in mind that I want to deal with. I already got people who I know who want to shoot. So that's my first step. That's coming up hopefully in October. If not, it's going to be around January, New Year's Eve. Acting, I'm going to for sure get back into that. I got an agency that I for sure want to sign with. They're so popular right now that they stopped signing people because they have so many artists. So I really want to get with this agency and see how far they can take me. Entrepreneur wise, I just graduated CDL school July 29th. So I'm tapping into that too. My brother David actually buying a few trucks, Gus Bros Trucking. So he's trying to actually get me to do a venture with him. So that's gonna be another thing that I'm tapping into. But as of right now, outside of family,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what's on my what you call it, my calendar and on my board. You know, you gotta write stuff down and you visualize it and see it. So on my visual board, it's that comedy production, doing acting, and of course the truck driver that's gonna keep the food on the table.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they tell you, man. Always keep your day job.
Oh,
with entertainment.
100%. Until you start to the point where the money's coming in and you're too busy to actually do a day job, then you gotta hold on to it real tight. Yeah. It's also a curse also, because sometimes you could let go of that day job and run with faith, take that leap, like Steve Harvey saying. But shit, that's what I can't get with that. But I've seen a lot of people do it, and it's worked with them for sure. Like my friend Ralph Diesel,
you got to make sure your foot is all the way in the door, not halfway in the door.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yep. Yeah. All right, man. That's a good interview, man. I really enjoyed hearing where you at and where you headed. You know, it sounds positive, and that's the main thing. Positive.
It is for sure.
Gotta be positive, man.
Yeah. I know where I'm headed. I know what I want. You know what I mean? I'm confident in what I do, and it's only sky's the limit from here. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, and the future is right there. Yep. What's up, guy? Yeah, you busy doing whatever. All right, man. So we're gonna have to chop it up again some other time, you know. And you know, congratulations on the things that you're doing, and keep on doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And I'll hit you back later.
All right, cool.
All right, take care. Take care.
Peace.
Peace. All right, man. That's K3 out of Phoenix, folks, doing his thing, doing it right, doing it up the right way. You know. Yep. By the way, that was my son. Anyway, he's doing some good things, folks. Doing some good things. I'm really proud of what he's doing. And wow, really, you know, it's really truly amazing, man, to see where he was and where he is now, and how far he's come. And it's, can't wait to see how far he's gonna go, and the grandkids. All right, it's KP's Video News, y'all. You know who it is.
KP's Video News, y'all.
Who is it?
KP's Video News, y'all.
Who? KP's Video News, y'all.
News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all.